New knowledge is the most valuable commodity on earth. It grows exponentially. The more we know, the greater our ability to learn and the faster we expand our knowledge base. On behalf of MGIT IT department, I would like to welcome all participants to this 1 week faculty development program on cyber attacks and digital forensics in association with Indian servers. Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technology (MGIT) has grown rapidly since its inception in the year 1997 by Chaitanya Bharati Educational Society with an affiliation to Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad, and received accreditations by NAC and NBA. The primary objective of the institution is to impart value based education to present and future generations of our country. Respected Principal Sir, Professor K. Jayashankar Garu, the convener of the FDP, Dr. D. Vijayalakshmi Garu, Mr. Sai Satish Garu, founder and CEO of Indian Servers, my fellow coordinators, dear colleagues, and all participants. We are glad to inform you that we have received 1500 plus registrations for this Cyber Attacks and Digital Forensics 1 week faculty development program. Let us start the inaugural. Now we have Lasya, student from final year Department of IT, who will be singing a song for us.
Thank you, sir. महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम् महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकाप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकाप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिम्.
Thanks, Lasya, for your song. Now I would like to welcome our respected principal, Professor K. Jayashankar Garu. Professor K. Jayashankar Garu has received his BTech in ECE from Andhra University and doctoral degree from Usmania University. As an inspiring professional, he has a wide and varied experience in industry and academic field. With his hands-on experience and proactive approach, Sir has quickened the pace of progress at MGIT. Sir has also initiated Sahai, an inspiring scheme to help poor students in need. We are indeed fortunate to be motivated by his efficient organizing capabilities. Thank you, sir, for being such an inspiration to us. Now, I request Principal Sir to share a few words.
Good morning, one and all. Thank you, Mr. Harinath, for your kind words. At the outset, I congratulate all the participants who have shown interest in this FDP program on very important for the present day world, cyber attacks and digital forensics. And I congratulate head and the coordinators of Department of IT for having initiated this faculty development program. And as I already mentioned by my colleague, Mr. Harinath, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technology is a self-financing institute in the state of Telangana. It is affiliated to Jawaharlal Technological University, Hyderabad. And apart from what Mr. Harinath has shared, I wish to share one important information that all my colleagues at MGIT has contributed to achieve in the recent past. That is MHRD's NIRF ranking for the year 2020, wherein MGIT has figured in the rank band of 201 to 201 to 250. This is all because of my young brigade at MGIT, who in fact have worked untiringly for achieving this particular NIRF ranking. I wish this is going to sustain for the coming NIRF ranking year 2021 as well. And I congratulate IT department for having brought this important topic for sharing their knowledge in terms of associating with Indian servers in the form of Mr. Sai Satish as an expert, who in fact is going to give his inputs to all the participants. As my colleague Harnath told, around 1400 odd participants have registered for this course, and I wish all of them to actively attend all these 5 days and get benefit out of this program. Thank you very much once again, and I wish again all the participants a fruitful journey in these next 5 days. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for spending time and for your wonderful words. Now, I would like to welcome convener of the Faculty Development Program, Dr. D. Vijayalakshmi Garu. Madam is currently holding the position of Head of the Department of Information Technology, MGIT. Ma'am has received her MS from BITS Pilani and doctoral degree from JNTU Hyderabad. She has an intensive experience of 25 years in teaching and R&D. She has been guiding number of PhD scholars in their research work. She has been extensively involved in research and development in various fields like image processing, networks, cloud computing, Internet of Things. Her research work is clearly reflected in 45 publications and patent that has been published. Finally, ma'am has also received grant in aid from AICTE under Modernization and Removal of Obsolescence Scheme (MODROP). Now, I request ma'am to enlighten the gathering with her great thoughts.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me, Arnav?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Arnav, for your wonderful words. Sir, respected principal, sir, all the heads of the departments, and the coordinators of today's program, and the co-coordinators, faculty members of the Department of IT, and Mr. Satish, and dear participants, a very good morning to one and all on behalf of the Department of IT. For this inaugural function of this 5-day FDP program, online FDP program on cyber attacks and digital forensics. It is my customary duty to tell about few words about the department. The department is established in the year 1997. All the faculty members are well qualified, and they are having very rich experience, having almost 15 years stay in the department. So the department has well-equipped laboratories to cater to all the needs of the students as well as the faculty for pursuing their research also. Many of our faculty members, almost 8 to 10 faculty members, are pursuing their PhD programs also. So in the last 3 years, our faculty have published almost 210 research papers in various national and international journals. They have published their papers. 5 of our faculty members are having patents in the last 2 years. The department is also sanctioned with the grant in aid project from AICTE of worth 14 lakhs project. And some of our faculty members are also working on consultancy projects, private consultancy projects also. The department has a practice of conducting online and offline FDP programs throughout the year continuously, even in the non-pandemic situation also. In the pandemic situation also, the department has put one step ahead in conducting various webinars, FDPs. This is the second FDP program. We are in the inaugural function. Already we have completed conducting many webinars also. This is our second FDP program on cyber attacks and digital forensics. Next week also, that is next Monday on 27th of July, we are also conducting one more third FDP program, online FDP program on ethical hacking. So our coordinators will pass on the information at the end of the session. If interested candidates interested on this topic also may register at the end. At the end of the program, we will be giving the details about that program also. That will be on ethical hacking actually. So, but not the least, I congratulate all the organizers. Congratulations and best wishes to all the organizers for their constant support in organizing this 5-day FDP program, as well as all the faculty members also. And coming to our FDP program, we have selected cyber attacks as well as digital forensics as a combined topic here. Almost 1,500 faculty members have registered for this program. Parallelly, we are also streaming on YouTube also. Parallelly, the streaming is going on. So for the first 400 to 400 members, we have given the Zoom option, and the remaining, they will be in live streaming mode from YouTube. So as such, we all live in a world which is networked together. We are all aware with now. So from internet banking to the government infrastructure, and thus the network protection is also no longer an optimal the extra. So cyber attack is now an international concern, not even the national concern, as high profile breaches have given many concerns. So that hacks and other security attacks could endanger to the global economy also. A cyber attack is a deliberate exploitation of your computer systems or your technology dependent enterprises and networks. The attacks use malicious code as well as software to alter the computer code or your logic or your data, which is resulting in disruptive consequences that can compromise your data and lead to cyber crimes such as your information and your identity theft or your system infiltration. So these are the main problems now prevailing in our society. As we have introduced way back in the year maybe 1990s, when the internet was established, we never thought this type of problems will come because of the usage of internet. So accordingly, the cyber crime also have increased a lot. So is unlikely to slow down, and desperate despite of the government efforts and input from the specialists. It's growing, and it has been driven by expanding number of services available online also, and the increasing evolution of online criminals who are engaged in continuous game with your security experts, with the security experts also. So with constant technical innovation, new dangers are constantly coming to the surface. For example, the migration of your data to the third party cloud providers also have created major problems in the security aspects. So we have to learn and search for all these solutions. Hope all the 5 days may not be sufficient for you. At least we will be able to try and make you understand how the attacks can be resolved. And coming to the forensics also, the field of forensics has become increasingly more important nowadays. In the last few years, or both the computer and the cellular market also, it has gone. So we will put a major enlightenment on these two subtopics, and hope all the participants will be in a position to enjoy all these 5-day sessions. Thank you one and all, and thank you all the participants for registering, and hope you will have a good stay for all the 5 days. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your inspiring words. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Sai Satish Garu, the young and dynamic entrepreneur, founder and CEO of Indian Servers. He is the administrator of Andhra Hackers, which is the top hacking awareness forum in India, a cyber cops trainer, author for best-selling book Hacking Secrets, a renewed ethical hacker and cybersecurity expert, a TEDx speaker. Thousands of college students and professionals got benefited by his lectures, which are delivered at IITs, central universities, IIMs, 350 plus engineering colleges all over India. He has delivered more than 3,000 talks on various trending technologies. He is special invite for Jharkhand Entrepreneur Summit, Global Entrepreneur Summit. Along with corporates, he has trained many many central and state organization employees. He has also worked as Microsoft student partner and corporate .NET trainer. He was interviewed by many national and regional news channels like Aaj Tak, GTV, TV9, NTV, Enadu, and Sakshi. Whatnot, he has been there in and out every field. He was rewarded by IAS officers for pen testing on government sites, which also helped them to improve the security and safe transactions as forensic investigator. Now, I request Mr. Sai Satish Garu to share few words regarding the FDP.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, MGIT. Respected principal, sir, respected IT HOD madam, Harinath, sir, and respected all the faculty members. Thank you for inviting me for this particular program. And let me start with this particular topic. Let me start this. Cyber attacks and digital forensics. These are the two concepts what we are going to discuss in next coming few minutes. Coming few days, almost 5 days, we are going to discuss these two topics. One is digital marketing, digital forensics, as well as cyber attacks. Of course, I'm also into digital marketing. Sometimes I'll get that word also. I'm into different kind of fields in cyber computer science. So let us start this game. I'm going to share my screen. Before starting this particular topic, we'd like to know about your requirements. We have more than 1,500 participants, almost 500 full right now in Zoom. Others cannot join. That's why we are streaming this one in YouTube also. So we'll take some requirements from the participants. What kind of things you're expecting? Two topics we are going to discuss, as I told you, digital forensics. Second one, what we are going to discuss is cyber attacks. So we'll take some requirements from the participants. We'll make a note of it. Then we'll discuss those topics also. Please go to reactions, raise your hand or thumbs up. I will unmute you. You can post your requirement. Based upon the requirement, we'll make a note of the requirements. We'll cover those requirements in next coming 5 days. Yes. Priyanka, unmuting you. Priyanka, unmuting you. Yeah, you unmuting you. You have to unmute at your end now. Initially, for first 5 to 10 minutes, we'll take the requirements. What kind of things you're expecting? We'll take those requirements. Then we'll start the session. Arun Kumar Sharma, unmuting you. You have to unmute at your end. Gajendra, unmuting you.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I want to find out a solution of a social media applications, means WhatsApp, then Instagram, Facebook, that type of application. When we are using that type of applications, we how to prevent ourselves from the cyber attack?
Oh, you want to know about the security?
Yes, security.
Okay. Actually, these two topics today, cyber attacks as well as digital forensics. Sir. Do you have any? Yeah. Do you have any requirement related to that? Not only security, attacking part.
Okay, but how to prevent that type of attack on a social media?
Okay.
Or when we are using Facebook, WhatsApp, then Instagram, how to prevent ourselves from the cyber attack?
Okay, sir. We'll discuss that one.
Okay. Sir.
Anything more, sir? Yeah, thank you.
No, sir. Thank you.
Dinesh, unmuting you.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Namaste, sir. Sir, tell me.
Sir, how to use the Facebook and social media, and how to protect my emails and hello.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay, sir. Anything more? Anything related to forensics or attacks?
Yes, sir.
No. Is there anyone who wish to ask questions related to forensics?
No, sir.
Okay. Vandana or anyone who wish to ask the questions related to forensics, you please raise your hand. Not just related to security. Yes. Sharmili, unmuting you.
Sir, we need in research point of view how we will proceed in digital forensics. Please discuss related to it.
Research oriented. Okay, madam.
Yes.
Fine. We'll discuss. We'll start with that initially. What kind of hurdles actually forensic department will face? Then we'll come to the solutions part also. Okay.
Yes, sir. As a faculty, we need to proceed in digital forensics area in research. That's why.
Okay. Sure, madam. We'll discuss that topic. Yes. Vandana, unmuting you. Vandana, you have to unmute at your end. Gajendra.
Yes, sir. Sorry for again, but sir, actually my question is, and my requirement is, I want to access full-fledged functionality of all the social media tool. Okay, and I want to save for any types of attack.
Or in WhatsApp group, sir, we have created 6 WhatsApp groups. If you're in WhatsApp group, after a few minutes, we'll share some social media investigation PDFs also. Or in WhatsApp group.
Sir, and how and sir.
No.
Should I
Are you in
continue,
WhatsApp
sir?
group which we created by MGIT?
Hello.
Are you in our WhatsApp group, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll share some PDFs in the WhatsApp group after a few minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Related to social media also, we'll share.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
How to use social media for investigation purposes, and one more concept called open source intelligence. We'll share those PDFs in few minutes. After this session, we'll share it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Vandana, madam.
Sir, hi. Previously, I couldn't unmute myself. Good morning.
Yeah, madam. Good morning.
It's like, as one of the other participants has said, it's like I would like to know regarding forensics, digital forensics. We just need research orientation related to digital forensics, sir, and related to this, cyber attacks and all. Since as we now everyone is using the same system for financial related issues and as well for online class type of issues. The kind of attacks that could be and the type of measures that we can take so that we can continue both the things from the same system.
You're from which college, madam?
Sir, actually, I'm from government degree college.
Where is it?
Social welfare degree college, sir.
Which location, madam?
It's in Sangareddy, sir.
Okay, fine.
Anas.
You deal with these subjects, cybersecurity and other topics?
Sometimes, not very often.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, all participants, let us start. We have around many people who are raising the hand. We'll go ahead with this topic. We have every day we are going to have 1.5 hour day session, 10 to 11:30. We'll start these topics. First thing, what kind of research you can do in digital forensics? To understand about the research, first you have to understand the problems also. What kind of problems are our people are facing? There are few hurdles in forensics. There are few hurdles. They are called as anti-forensics. Now I'll tell you what are the anti-forensic techniques. Based upon the anti-forensics, these are the problems. Okay, these are the problems for forensic investigator. They are unable to move further when they are facing these type of problems, which I'm going to mention now. If you could find out some solutions for these, then it will be fantastic thing. The first hurdle for forensic investigators is VPN. If someone uses VPN, Tor, or kind of proxy, it's not easy to track back the IP address. This is the first hurdle what investigation officers are facing the problem. These are called as anti-forensics. We'll discuss what is Tor, VPN, proxy after some time. The second hurdle is encryption. If data is encrypted, whether it's in mobile or your hard disk, if data is encrypted, it's not that much easy to decrypt the data. Based upon the algorithm they use to encrypt the data, they are facing some issues. Encryption is the second hurdle what investigation officers are facing right now. And the third hurdle is data wiping. If someone uses the tool called file shredder, even if your data is deleted, we can recover it using different kind of tools. But if data got deleted using file shredder software, this is a kind of software where we can use this type of software to delete it permanently. Once it got deleted, we cannot recover back. This is another kind of hurdle called anti-forensics. There are many more problems are there in forensics. We'll discuss in this 5 days program. Okay. So today, what kind of forensics means collecting the evidence, collecting evidence. If some offender done a mistake or some offense, we have to collect the evidence to submit it to the court. That's the main purpose of forensics. We have to collect the evidence. From where we can collect? We can collect at different layers. We can collect the evidences at different layers. One layer is web. I'm going to show you where you can focus your research area. Web forensics is one kind of layer where you can extract the data. Network forensics. Next is network forensics. Operating system forensics. In operating system forensics, you'll come to Windows forensics, Linux forensics or Linux forensics, Mac forensics, mobile forensics. These are some of the things where you can focus on. Not Macs, it is Mac. Mac forensics. One of the toughest forensics is mobile forensics because of the encryption used by most of the companies like iPhone and whatever you call Chinese mobiles also using a lot of encryption, where investigation officers are facing some sort of problems with this particular mobile forensics. It's not that much easy to extract the evidences from all the mobile phones. It's not that much easy task, but still we have some tools to extract it from some mobiles. We're going to discuss what kind of tools can be used, how to do it in this 5 days program. See here, we'll start with one of these things. First, we'll start with web forensics. Web forensics. We are going to discuss all these topics in this coming 5 days. Most of the topics, not all, most of the topics will be covered. Okay. Well, today we'll complete or we'll touch one of the important topics of forensics called web forensics. Today we'll touch that particular point. Web forensics. In web forensics, few important websites I'm going to share. Remember the important word called open source, OSINT, open source intelligence. The word is open source intelligence. All of you, please open the website called OSINT framework. This is not one-way communication. Let's make it two-way communication. I'm not radio jacking. You also please do it simultaneously. I'll give some time to do it simultaneously. Just open the website called OSINT framework. Even if you're in mobiles, please open Chrome and open it in new tab. If you're watching from YouTube, of course, if you close this video, you may not hear my voice, right? So split your screen so that you can do it simultaneously. Split your screen. And please don't ask me how to split the screen. Check your mobile options, you'll find that option. OSINT, Open Source Intelligence Framework. Open this one. Here in the left side, you can find what kind of things you want to search. If you're looking for dark web contents, here a lot of resources are there. If you're looking for some sort of tools, here are the resources. If you're looking for classified kind of things, here are the resources. Lot of resources are available in the framework called OSINT, Open Source Intelligence. Open Source Intelligence. In this, one of the important things where we can find some information is data breaches. Data breaches. Search with the word called data breach download. Data breach download. You can find the data sets of various companies. Of course, this is not legally permitted to store all the data in your hard disk. If you're an investigation officer, if you have legal provisionality to do it, then you can do it. Data sets. If you sign up in some sort of website, the data will be stored in that website database, right? If some hacker hacked into that particular database, and if he copies all the data of that particular database, if he uploads in some dark sites or in some private servers, your data will be exposed, right? That is data breach. If some hacker hacked into some company's website, if he steals all the data, if he uploads in some sort of website, or if even if just stealing, it's data breach. Generally, we sign up in some sort of websites, right? Those websites may be using plain text password in its database, or some websites will hash and store it. If it is not hashed, then we are in risk. If those websites don't hash your password and stores in plain text in the database, we are in risk. So just data sets and data breached websites also will help us a lot of, it will give us a lot of information. Okay, data breach. You can check whether your email ID is already hacked or not in a website called Have I Been Found. This is also maintaining n number of data breached collections. Check out here. Have I Been Found? Just open this website, type your email ID. It will show you whether your email ID is found or not. That means it's already breached or not. You can check out here. Have I Been Found? This is the first website. What you can remember to extract some data. Second website, which shows, as I told you a few minutes back, few websites will maintain the data, the passwords in plain text. Few websites will maintain passwords in plain text, right? If your password is maintained in plain text, then if it is breached, you can find the website called ghostproject.fr. Ghostproject.fr. Just wait for a few seconds. Here also, if you type your email ID, it will show you few characters of your password if it is breached. This data set is different. Ghost project data set is different. Have I been found data set is also different. Both are different data sets. Here it will show you whether it's in plain text also or in encrypted text also. But in Ghost project, it will show you only if it is in plain text. Your password is in plain text. First few characters of your password will be displayed. Few seconds time for you. Please open the website called ghostproject.fr. Check whether your email ID password is displaying here or not. "25 seconds left. Please open the website called ghostproject.fr. Check whether it's breached or not. Those who are done, please go to reactions, raise your hand. Those who are done checking their email. I'm not Radio Jackie. Let's make it interactive session. Please go to reactions, raise your hand once you are done. Yep. So I'm going to show you a few more things related to web forensics, what you have to understand, how to use websites and cyber web to extract some sort of evidence, to collect some evidence. The next thing what you have to understand is the Google Docs. Google Docs. The next topic, Google Docs. If you could understand this particular topic, then you can use Google to filter the search results. This is also one of the important parts in open source intelligence. The search engines, how to use the search engine, either Google or Shodan. Whatever it is, you can use those search engines to filter some sort of information, right? Now we are going to see how to use Google to filter the search results. This is also a part of open source intelligence. As I told you, today we are going to discuss open source intelligence, one of the parts of web forensics. It's one of the parts of web forensics. Google, the most powerful search engine. Google means 10 to the power of 100. Google. G-O-O-G-O-L. G-O-O-G-O-L means 10 to the power of 100. Then the change to G-O-O-G-L-E. Finally, what we are using this one? G-O-O-G-L-E, Google. So Google means 10 to the power of 100. If you wish to search in a specific website, you can use site colon that website name. Site colon that website name. Then it is going to list out all the results exclusively from that particular website. Site colon Microsoft.com. Here you can see exclusive results only from Microsoft.com. Next, these are called as DORK, D-O-R-K. DORK means search. DORK, D-O-R-K. DORK means search. Second one, in URL colon, a specific word will show you all the words which contains that specific, it shows that particular word which contains in its URL. In URL colon hacking, it shows all the pages which contains the word hacking in its URL. Here URL means subdomain, domain name, folder name, page extension, parameter name, parameter value. All these 7 comes under URL. This is second DORK. Third DORK, in title. It shows all the pages which contains the word hacking in its title. If you know HTML, you might know about title tag, right? All the pages which contains the word hacking in its title will be listed here by Google in title colon hacking. If you want to list from a specific domain, then you can also use site colon Microsoft.com like this. Here you can find the pages which contains the word hacking in the domain called Microsoft. Third DORK in title. Fourth DORK. You can use this one as calculator. Just type cos of 99, cos 99. This is called as CAPTCHA. In one of the sessions, we are going to see web attacks. In that web attacks, we are going to start brute force attacks. We are going to do brute force attacks on some websites. So to protect our data from brute force attacks, this CAPTCHA will be used. So understand the importance of the CAPTCHA. So cos of 99 will show you like this. So you can use Google as a scientific calculator. Another important one, double quotes. For example, if you search with my name called Sai Satish, it shows all the pages which contains the word Sai or Satish Sai or Sai Satish. But if you place it in double quotes, if you place few words in the double quotes, it lists exact phrase, exactly where we are finding the word Sai Satish, not Satish Sai. Exactly Sai Satish will be displayed, both the words. That's the purpose of double quotes. Very helpful. You can use double quotes. Generally, some of your students, when you gave them some assignment, they'll copy from Wikipedia and they'll paste it, right? If you just double quote 3 or 4 words in an order, you can figure out from where they have copied. Double quotes also will help us a lot in doing this type of forensic investigation. Double quotes. GHDB, Google Hacking Database. GHDB, Google Hacking Database. Here you can find n number of such type of docs, which gives us some juicy information, which gives some useful information. For example, just click on filters. Here you can find the category like files which contains the username and passwords, files containing juicy information, vulnerability data, error messages, vulnerable files. You can find a lot of information here. Files containing passwords. Like this, you can use GHDB, Google Hacking Database. If you observe here, few minutes back, we have discussed few things, right? You can notice here. You can notice one more thing called file type. File type. This is also important one. For example, if you want to list all the SQL backups, SQL backups, file type :SQL. It will show you 1,29,000 SQL backups. Fantastic doc, this one. File type :SQL space password. 52,000 sets are there. Database backups are there. 52,100, which contains the word password. Here you can notice Oracle values. Here you can notice something. Can you notice the username, password, hash value? So Google will help us a lot in finding a lot of information. If you open this one, you can notice some usernames and password hashes. You can notice here, right? How many of you like this doc? Go to reactions, raise your hand. How many of you like this doc? Doc means search. Yeah, this is my 65th FDP program, faculty development program in this lockdown period. Probably I have addressed more than 26,000 plus faculty and students in this lockdown, 26,000 plus. So I'm expecting some interaction from all the participants who joined in this particular program. I'm not Radio Jackie, saying for the 4th time. I'm expecting some interaction from you all. Yeah. So same way, same like Google, we have one more doc. The doc is, sorry, one more search engine. That search engine is Shodan, shodan.io. This is another search engine, will be very handy for you in investigations. Shodan, not only for web, it also searches a specific, for example, let me log in. For example, if you're looking to explore some CCTV cameras, or if you're looking for how many people are using a specific version of a specific web server, you can find that options also. Just click here, it will show you some CCTV cameras. Yeah, here you can find the login panels of some CCTV cameras. Shodan.io. Let me search one more thing called, let me check how many servers are using Apache. Just type Apache. It will show you how many servers are using Apache, which are there in its index. Every search engine will index the things, right? So it will get the data from only from index. So within few seconds, we're going to see how many people are using Apache servers. Same way you can do for version specific also. Version specific. Apache specific version 2.0.5. How many are using? A specific kernel, Linux kernel. How many of a specific Linux version? So you can find like this. You can notice the information here. Almost a few lakhs of people are using it. You can notice it, right? So you can use shodhan.io also. Shodhan.io. Next website, which will help you. What is the topic name? Open source intelligence is the topic name. Open source intelligence. Fifth day, we're going to have a small assignment. In those assignments, every day we are going to have 5 questions. Today's topic, we are going to have 5 questions. Tomorrow's topic, 5 questions. So understand this particular shodhan.io. This is also important. 1 second. Yeah. So shodhan.io, you can use like this. Like this, there are few more search engines are there where it will help you to find some juicy information. Will help us a lot. Now, let me share some more search engines. Few are paid, few are not. Census.io. This is paid one. If you have some commercial, if you want to do some commercial activity, if you have some money, you can check with this one also. Just make a note of the website name. Just explore it. Next website, ZoomIorg. ZoomI.org. Wait for a few seconds, it will be loaded. Yeah, here you can search. It's a kind of search engine. For example, as I told you a few minutes back, if you want to list all the servers which are using ZoomI, Apache, just type Apache, you'll get the list. You can find based upon the vulnerabilities also. Recently, a specific vulnerability came identified in network protocol, IP protocol. So if you want to list how many people are using that specific thing, long back, one more vulnerability called Heartbleed. So if you want to list how many servers are still using the same configuration of OpenSSL or something, you can figure out that also. So this one will help you. ZoomI.org, also a kind of search engine. You can find the information. For example, if you want to list all the cPanels of a specific version, if you find any vulnerability, this also comes under attacking part also, some sort of information gathering. See here, if there is any specific exploit for cPanel, if there is an exploit for a specific version of a cPanel, if you want to list how many systems are using that specific cPanel, you can mention with the specific service also, version also. It will show you the version and cPanel details. Okay, ZoomI.org. Next one, FOFA.so. FOFA.so. Similar kind of search engine. You can make use of it. Okay. Next one. If you want to list people's information, how many digital marketing experts are here, how many forensic investigation officers are near to me. If you want to list the people information, you can go to the website called snow.io. snov.io. I just extracted few important websites I'm showing you. All these websites will be available in the website called Open Source Intelligence Framework, OSINT framework. I'm showing you few important websites among hundreds of websites. Snow.io, snov.io. Next website, crt.sh. For example, certificates information. If you type my company website, indianservers.com, it will show you the certificate information. when I created that particular thing, and it will show you subdomains information also here. For example, instead of indianservers.com, instead of my company name, indianservers.com, if you type google.com, it will show you the subdomains as well as the same domains which the same certificate got installed. You can notice here, plus.google.com, mail.google.com, docs.google.com, the same certificate ID. Here you can notice when it was created, from what's the latest one, from when they got created. That information will be displayed. The same certificate IDs, how many domains are using. With this also you can find some juicy information. crt.sh. So what's the topic name? Open source intelligence. In open source intelligence, we are going to use different kind of websites and finding information. Next website, domaintools.com. Domaintools.com also will help us a lot in giving some information. Because of GDPR, it's not showing direct phone numbers and email IDs these days. Because of some policies, they are not showing it. But still, domaintools.com Pro version with who is history is also available. For example, if you want to check how many people who has registered a specific website, when they have got registered, what is the server IP address, that information, as well as subdomains information, that information will be provided by who is of domaintools.com. Let me go ahead with whois.domaintools.com. whois.domaintools.com. Just enter the IP address. It will show you the ISP details. ISP details. Next point, if you enter the website name, it will show you the owner of the website also. But because of GDPR, we may not get the emails as well as some information. We have to, if you have professional version, you may get some information. So let me type some of my company web. Okay, let me go ahead with indianservers.com. It will show you when it created, who is the registrant. You can notice registrant is GoDaddy. That means I have to go to whois.godaddy.com, whois.godaddy.com to share the information. So you can notice about my company details here. When this particular website got created, almost 4,419 days old. My company started in December of 2008. So you can notice the age of my company website. The history, how many times I have how many times I have changed my IP address, as well as that information also will be displayed here. Some basic information will be displayed. And if you have pro version, it will give the history also, the history of the who is. But there is a chance that this will be in private version, in privacy. This can be masked, or this could be a fake information also. Please don't just depend upon who is information. Who is information also will give us some information. That's it. But it won't give you 100% information, because there is a chance of masking the original identity. But still you can get some information. In who is, one of the records called SOA records, SOA records in DNS, SOA records. This records also will give us some information. The most common SOA records for the top websites also will give us. In DNS, SOA record will help us. Okay, make a note of it. Just Google. We have 25 minutes more for this particular session. After that, tomorrow also we'll continue some web attacks, as well as some forensic other techniques also, like Windows, Linux. Some more attacks we are going to discuss. Network forensics we are going to discuss. Attacks as well as forensics. Both the things we are going to discuss. We'll have Q&A also. Last 10 minutes at 11:20, we are going to have Q&A. Okay. So the next website which will help you to find some information about the people is hunter.io. For example, if you want to list the people information, how many people are there in a specific company, what are their email IDs. If you wish to find that information, you can use this hunter.io. Just type tcs.com. It will show you few websites, sorry, tcs.com. It will show you few company people names which starts with that particular domain name. Now I'm opening the chat box in the Zoom meeting, not in YouTube. Zoom meeting. Respond with your college name or company name. Let us figure out how many people are there in that particular company. Not the total number of crowd, but what we're going to do is, yeah, tkrset.com. Please paste your direct college name like this, TK college website name like this, tkrset.com. No, it is not the real name. That's not the real website name. mgit.ac.in. Let's check with this, mgit.ac.in. Yes, here you can notice 33 emails publicly can figure out. Those here, what might be this email ID? Guess. This is principal, we can guess. This is maybe admin office, we can guess. Scholarships at the rate MGIT. This is placements at the rate MGIT. What might be this? Guess, any guess? You have to identify those two characters. This is again placements. This is principal. Yeah, satyabama.ac.in. Yeah, just type here. You can find some information. Hunter.io. Yeah. See here. The next website is subdomain finders. Subdomain finder also will help us some information in collecting some information. Subdomain finder. Same way, reverse IP. You have to list. That means if some offender hosted a specific website in a server, we have to figure out the other websites hosted on the same server. At that time, reverse IP will help you a lot. Hosting is not free, right? Either they have to buy from official companies. Generally, they'll buy from some free hosting websites are also there, but still, if there is a chance to buy, so we have to, if you could be able to figure out what are the other websites hosted on the same server, we'll get some clue. For that, what you have to do, search with the word called reverse IP. Reverse IP. Reverse IP. Enter the IP address. It will tell you what are the other websites hosted on the same server. Other websites hosted on the same server. It is called as reverse IP lookup. Make a note of this one also. Just experiment with this reverse IP. What's the purpose of this reverse IP? For example, if you found some website which is created by offender. For example, if someone has created a job portal, he collected some money. After 3 months or 4 months of collecting money, almost some lakhs of rupees, he closed that particular website. Now we have to figure out. What are the other websites hosted by the same server? What are the subdomains available? And who created that particular website? And how many other websites created by the same email ID, which is mentioned in Whois records? That information you have to collect when you're doing web forensics. Okay, just enter the IP address. It will show you what are the other websites hosted on the same website. Here, Gopal Rathod mentioned jbrec.edu.in. First, let us find out the website IP address of jbrec.edu.in. Ping space jbrec.edu.in. Now we got the IP address 6866.220.66. 68.66.280. Sorry, 220.66. Now let us find out what are the other websites hosted on the same server. Here you can notice These are some more websites, and some more websites are there. It's showing some few websites. These are the other websites hosted on the same server. Maybe, may not be. They're interrelated. Maybe, may not be. They may be related, okay? All the things you have to use to collect the evidence. Even a simple things also will help us in giving clues. All these things are clues. We have to figure out all these things. In our session, few police department officers also participating. A few from Guntur, a few CI and SIs are also participating. So we'll go some more in depth of the subject also in coming days. We'll go some in depth of the subject. Okay. Next point. This is reverse IP. Search with a word called subdomain finder. Subdomain finder. Pentester Academy, Pentester tools will help us a lot in finding subdomains. Pentest tools. Just enter the website name. It will scan and will give you the report. Type google.com. Pentest tools will help you to find the subdomains here. All these things were a very helpful information gathering. You can notice it have mentioned some websites. It will keep scanning. It will give us some information. Subdomain finder. Okay. Next information. Next. Social media. In social media, if someone has created a fake profile, generally Facebook may give the information, may not give the information at that time. Purely depends upon the Facebook and YouTube also. Facebook search with the word called Facebook legal. If you are from police department, if you are officially authorized, then you can request from this particular URL called facebook.com/records/login. From here, you can officially request if you're authorized. It's not for public. It is not for public. It is only for law enforcement agencies of that respective countries. Facebook is worldwide, right? So it's not for public. It's only for investigation officers who are legally authorized to do it, not for public. So here they can upload and they can interact with Facebook related to some fake profiles. But these days, Facebook is not responding for such type of things. At the time, we have to grab the IP address. We have to grab the person who has created that particular fake profile or who is doing some nonsense in the Facebook. You have to figure out their IP address. Without IP address, we cannot do a lot. We have to collect, we have to gather the, we have to get the IP address of the victim. Not victim, sorry, offender. To do it, we have to approach Facebook. If Facebook is not responding, then we have to do some social engineering. We have to do some social engineering and we have to create a link and we have to send the link to the victim. If he clicks on the link, then only we have some chances to get the information. If we don't click on the link, we'll not get the information. Let me repeat it. Some offender is doing some issue, okay? We have to find the person behind that particular fake profile. If Facebook is not responding, then what we have to do is we have to send a link to the victim. Sorry, not to the victim, to the offender. If offender clicks on that particular link, then we'll get their IP address. Again, remember 3 important anti-forensic techniques. If offender uses anti-forensic techniques, you'll never get the information. This is the most important thing you have to remember all the time. Anti-forensic things. These are the 3 anti-forensic things. If offender is behind VPN or Tor, you'll get Tor or VPN IP only. You'll get Tor or VPN IP. Got it? So how to get his IP address? You have to perform social engineering technique. Then what you have to do? You have to send him link to the victim. If he clicks on that link, then only you'll get the IP. Otherwise, you will not get the IP. How to do it? IP grabifier. IP grabifiers are there. Grabify.link. Just open this one. Open this one. Create a specific URL. Let's take swayam.gov.in. I'm creating a specific URL. It is asking to identify a car, right? Car. Yeah. Here you can notice one URL got created. Let me change the domain name to Shopify. Yes, it is case sensitive domain. This is case sensitive domain. Now what I'm going to do is just open this particular URL KYVE6Z. Just open this URL in your mobile browser or in your laptop. I'll get your IP address. IP grabifiers will help us a lot. What we'll do is we'll send these type of links to the offender. If he clicks on that particular link, then we'll get IP address with timestamping. Let me enable smart logger so that I'll get your mobile version and that stuff also. Yes. Let me refresh it. Let me check how many of you logged in. Only one person who is using Redmi 7 Pro from Jio logged in. You can notice Reliance Jio is using UC browser. Arey yaar, this boycott this UC browser completely. Okay. So just some of you just open this URL. It is case sensitive. KYVE6Z. Open this. You'll be redirected to Swayam, right? Let me refresh. Let us check how many. Yeah, 7 people only. Why 7 people? There are more than hundreds of people who are watching it through YouTube. From Zoom itself, we have around 500. Hello, I'm not Radio Jackie. Keep on speaking. I'm not Radio Jackie. Please do it. These are capital letters. KYVE6Z. Let me refresh it now. Oh, 41 people. 5% of the audience. Okay. Anyways, just you create a small link and just check it out. IP grabifier. Last 11 minutes, I'm going to share today's attendance sheet in few minutes. Within 5 to 6 minutes, we're going to share in YouTube as well as in Zoom. Please be hold on. Within 6 or 7 minutes, we are going to share today's attendance sheet in both attendance in Zoom as well as in YouTube. Please be hold on. Yeah. So the next thing what you have to understand in web, browser cache also plays very important role. Of course, we'll discuss that one in OS In OS forensics, we'll discuss that one. What are the event logs and all the information we'll discuss in one of the days. Okay. We'll take 1 or 2 questions from your side. Those who are having questions, please go to reactions, raise your hand. If you have any questions related to today's topic, go to reactions, raise your hand. In today's topic, I'll unmute you. You can ask question related to today's topic. Yes, Sanjay, unmuting you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sanjay. 1 second, Sanjay. I'm stopping my screen share. Sanjay, have you logged in multiple devices or what?
No.
Some echo is coming, that's why. Just hold on, let me mute you. Yeah, guys, I'm stopping my screen share to create attendance sheet today to post in YouTube as well as in Zoom. Hold on. Meanwhile, I'm taking Q&A. Okay. Yes, Sanjay, unmuting you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sanjay.
Even if we change our IP address by proxies or anything like that, the DNS will be saved, no?
DNS, no. It will be changed.
Sir, in a previous
routing
session,
path also will be changed. Routing path will be changed. Routing path will be changed. Okay, yeah.
Okay. In a previous session, you have done a magic session, no?
Are you intern or what?
Sorry?
Are you intern of Indian servers?
Yeah.
No. Don't ask about previous sessions. Please, let's give first priority for faculty today.
Okay.
Okay, don't ask me about that magic show. Forget about it. Magic show secret should not be revealed to public.
Yeah.
2 things, magic show, logic show. Forget about magic. It's only logic show. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mohammed Abdul Azim, unmuting you. Please ask your question.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Namaste.
Sir, we get some kind of pop-up messages on our mobile.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, what's your question? Yes, sir. What's your question?
Yes, sir. Generally, we get a message, a pop-up message on our mobile, and tell us that you want something and all. Claim that you just go and then click on the send button. When we go there, probably he will make us to send it from our account itself to someone else. Generally, most of the time we don't observe. We thought we got some message. I mean, we have got some money from someone and asking us to claim. So we just go and press on even send button also in hurry burry. Then what happens? It goes away. How to find this kind of attackers? Well, most of the time, these people will lure us by sending some kind of indecent messages also, or provoking few things.
Actually, sir, cyber security requires common sense. Common sense with cyber security only will protect us from such type of things. We should not believe such type of lotteries. There is a thing called beef exploitation framework, BEEF exploitation framework. If someone uses the beef exploitation framework, they can hack into our mobile as well as our computer also with just few links. And someone will send some sort of APKs. Even if you install such type of APKs, our data will be hacked. So cybersecurity requires common sense. With the common sense only, we can protect ourselves. So we have to create awareness for the people not to believe all such type of nonsense things. Okay.
Yes, sir. And in connection to the same, how to block these kind of people, or to identify this from where I'm getting this kind of message? Because continuously I do get these messages even after blocking or blocking the cookies on my browser and blocking the JavaScript scripts kind of thing. Even though after doing all this kind of thing, still I do get such kind of messages. How can I prevent and then identify them so that I can probably?
Yes, sir. Here, what you can, it's to some extent what you can avoid is DND number. Have a true caller kind of detection mechanisms where it's a spam message or not, and just validate the sender. check the sender, the sender ID. Based upon the sender ID also you can detect. From mobile number, check with the Truecaller, such type of things. You cannot stop someone's SMS. If you enable DND, to some extent you can block a non-transactional SMS. That means promotional SMS you can block. Enable DND. You cannot stop SMS directly, but you can use Truecaller to identify such type of people or not. But Truecaller will spy on your data. Truecaller will spy the data. If it is okay, then have Truecaller kind of softwares to do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I'm having it, I'm being attacked through the browser, then how can I?
If you're attacking through browser, always update your browser. Always update your operating system. If you have updated operating system, if you have updated browser, then you will face very low attacks, very less attacks you are going to face. Always update your browser. That's a fantastic thing. And have a firewall also. Sir, did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Attendance sheet is posted in the chat box, in the comment box of in YouTube as well as in Zoom. Please refresh. You can find in the comment section attendance form. It is posted in YouTube as well as in Zoom comment box also. This is only for day 1. Day 2 will be separate. Tomorrow we're going to create other one for day 2. Yes. Next, P. Lakshmi, unmuting you. Please ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Sir, we have spoke about the anti-forensic techniques. So I just want to ask you, in anti-forensic techniques, what is the difference between destruction of evidence and elimination of evidence?
Destruction of evidence is different. But here, anti-forensics techniques will help us not to have such type of evidence also. For example, if someone is using VPN kind of stuff, it will not create the evidence itself. Got it?
Okay.
So destruction of the evidence comes with file shredder. File shredder will help to destruct the evidence, where VPN kind of stuff will not allow you to create such type of evidence. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions from you?
Nothing. No, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Dinesh, unmuting you. You can ask your question. Dinesh, unmuting you.
Sir. Hello.
Yes,
Sir.
Dinesh.
Sir, how to find the location, sir, surrounding?
Whose location?
Hacker.
First thing, we have to get his IP address. Few minutes back, we have seen IP grabifiers, right?
Okay, sir.
The main intention of the IP grabifier to grab the person who opened that particular link. After getting IP address, you have to meet ISPs, Internet Service Provider.
Okay.
Once you meet an Internet Service Provider, then they will share the information to you. To whom that particular IP address is located. It's not for you again. You means it's for investigation officers. It is not for public.
Okay.
It is only for investigation officers. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. And thank you, participants, for joining today's session. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, tomorrow also 10 to 11:30 we are going to assemble.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. People in YouTube are also.
YouTube is for public, sir. Actually,
Okay.
for YouTube questions, they have to come to Zoom only, because some anonymous participants also will be there in YouTube. So we are not encouraging comments in YouTube directly. Let them come to Zoom.
Okay,
Only Zoom only we are taking comments, sir.
Okay. Attendance form is also not
Yeah,
enabled
posted in Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah, ask them to check in chat box.
YouTube.
Zoom. Yeah, in YouTube we have posted in chat box.
No, sir. Chat is not enabled in YouTube, sir.
I just posted, just a second. Let me re-verify it.
Okay, sir.
1 second, sir. Actually, it's I enabled it. Just a second.
Oh, okay.
Ask them to refresh, sir.
Okay, sir. No, sir, it's not enabled.
Okay, I'll update in the description otherwise.
Ah, okay, so that's better.
Yeah. But in comments, I'll update in the description. Just hold on.
Yes.
Is update in the description. Just refresh it. You can find it. Comments will be blocked again.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay.
Update it, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you, participants, for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Ending meeting in 1 minute. Please check the attendance form. That will be there for 20 more minutes. Please fill your attendance. If you're in YouTube, please refresh the page. Within 45 seconds, we're going to end the meeting. Tomorrow, same timings, please join before 10 o'clock. If you're unable to join before 10 o'clock, we'll share YouTube also, YouTube link. You can join from YouTube also. Within 30 seconds, we're going to end the meeting. Please check the chat box and fill the attendance. This link will not be posted in WhatsApp groups. Yeah, thank you, participants, for joining today's session, ending the meeting.